So the United States government has a database of journalists. Why am I not surprised? And you shouldn't be too. So there's a document that leaked that said that the United States government has a database of journalists. A document detailing intelligence gathering effort by the United States and Mexican authorities targeted more than 50 people, including journalists, an attorney, and immigration advocates. Documents obtained by NBC7 investigate the U.S. government created a secret database of activists, journalists, social media influencers, and migrant caravan, tied to the migrant caravan, and in some similar cases placed alerts on their passports. In the end of 2018, roughly 5,000 migrants from Central America made their way to Mexico and the United States border. Story made international headlines. Now, you shouldn't be surprised the United States government is doing these things. This is par for the course, actually. It's a migrant caravan research in San Ysidro, port of entry in South San Diego. The journalists, attorneys, and advocates who were there to work and witness the events. By the months that followed, the journalists covered the caravan, all were offered assistance and caravan members, saying that they felt like they had become targets of intensive inspections and scrutiny in the border officials. Yikes. One photojournalist said she pulled into secondary inspections 3 times, asked questions about, saw and photographed in Tijuana shelters. Another journalist spent 13 hours detained by Mexican authorities when in the border in Mexican City. Eventually, she had denied entry to Mexico and sent back to the U.S. So yeah, the government doesn't want these people investigating. They don't like journalists. Governments do not like journalists. They like propagandists, like people who work at CNN and Fox News. Like people like that they play ball with them, that don't ask hard questions, that are milquetoast and benign, and don't want to trip over and lose their source. Now documents leaked to NBC7 investigate show their fears aren't baseless. In fact, our own government listed their names on a secret database of targets, which targets collective information on them. Some targets are placed on their passports, keeping 3 or 4 passports, an attorney said, entering Mexico to work. The documents were provided to NBC7 and Homeland Security source on the condition of anonymity, given the sensitive and were divulging. The individuals listed, including journalists, whom the U.S. citizens and U.S. attorney and 41 people in the country, labeled them organization investigators as the roles unknown. The target includes advocates and organizations like Border Angels and Pablo Sanfronteros. NBC7 investigated to blur the names of the individual who had given permission to publish their names. Document titled San Diego Sector Foreign Operation Branch, Migrant Caravan, fiscal year 2019, suspected organizations and coordinated investigation in the media were dated back 2019. Embezzled were the American and Mexican flags. The banner reads, you could read that. The officials of the Department of Homeland Security said that the seal indicates that the documents were product of International Liaison Organization and coordinates intelligence between the United States and Mexico. For each person, the document, the photo, often the passports, but in some cases their social media accounts, along with their personal information. The information included the person's date of birth, their country of commencement, and their alleged tie to the caravan. The information also included where the officials will place on alert of the person's passport. Some individuals had colored X on their photo, indicating whether they were arrested, investigated, or their visa were necessary passport, whatever. In addition, flagged individuals or secondary screening. The Homeland Security source told NBC7 the agents also created dossiers of each person listed. Where the criminal investigation is not an intelligence agency, said the Homeland Security on NBC7. We can't create dossiers on people. They're creating dossiers. The abuse of Border Security Authority. The dossier stated on NBC7 that Nicole Ramos, the refugee director, and the attorney for Otro Lardo, a law professor in Tijuana, Mexico. The dossier included persons detailed Ramos, with specific details about the car and she drives, her family home, and a travel history. So, yeah, this is why I'm very skeptical of the government. You don't want to give government this kind of power. So guys, thanks a lot for listening to the short video. If you like my content, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe.